Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today we'll talk about the 5-year validity rule that is being put in place by USCIS for EADs. We'll look at more details regarding what section of the population this will apply to and whether it applies to employment-based adjustment of status. I'll give you an update on stateside visa stamping situation, some new funding from the US government to USCIS as a grant and what it will be used for, and some other news that are important in the immigration section. Also, I will talk about the upgrades to EB1. So lots of packed content guys. Watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration and lifestyle related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Before we go forward, check out the links in the description because those are affiliate links and you might like something and that will also help support the channel. And while you are down there, do hit the like button because that will get you into the next giveaway. Last week I announced the winner of the previous giveaway, but my next giveaway continues. Also, it's been a hard week for me because I just got my progressive lens. I don't know what to think about it. It might be just the age is creeping in, but regardless, I'm always optimistic about the life ahead of me. So let's look at the first topic of the day. Now there was a chatter around 5-year validity that USCIS is going to start giving out to the EAD card holders. So if you make an application for 765 as part of your process, you might get a 5-year validity for your EAD card. So this rule takes into effect from 1st of October. Now there has been some confusion on the internet. A lot of people and lawyers are making videos and saying that this might also apply for our employment based adjustment of status category. So if you are in the adjustment of status, you might get 5-year visa. So let's see how true it is. I'm going to actually read out the notice that USCIS has provided. Now this is the actual policy alert that USCIS has issued on September 27th, 2023. Well, now what it says is employment authorization document validity period for certain categories. Now this word is important, certain categories. Now let's look at what it says at the top. USCIS is updating policy guidance for USCIS policy manual regarding maximum validity period for EAD issued to refugees, asylees, non-citizens paroled as refugees, non-citizens granted withholding of removal, non-citizens with pending applications for asylum or withholding of removal, non-citizens with pending application for adjustment of status under INA 245 and non-citizens seeking suspensions of deportation and cancellation of removal. USCIS is also clarifying that arrival departure record for I-94 may be used as evidence for both status and employment authorization for certain EAD categories that are employment authorized incident to status to parole. Now this is very specific. You have to pay close attention to what it says. Now they give the background, but I directly want to go to the section where it says what they are changing. Currently, USCIS policy guidance provides maximum 2 years validity period for EADs issued to asylees, refugees, non-citizens granting withholding of deportation or removal, non-citizens with pending asylum applications, withholding of removal, and non-citizens with pending adjustment of status under INA 245, and maximum 1-year validity for non-citizens paroled as refugees, non-citizens seeking suspensions of deportation or cancellation of removal. In interest of reducing the burden of both USCIS and the public, USCIS is revising its guideline to increase the maximum EAD validity period for these categories up to 5 years. Now they are saying that in order to reduce the burden on the USCIS and the public, which is interesting, the burden is only on the non-citizens who are entering the country illegally and not the legal citizens, not the legally entered non-citizens. It's kind of weird, but anyways, we'll look at the highlights here. Updates the maximum validity period for initial and renewal EADs from 2 years to 5 years for those admitted as refugees, asylums, and granting withholding of deportation. And Here is something that I wanted to highlight. Updates the maximum validity period from 2 years to 5 years for those with pending application for asylum or withholding of removal, and those with pending application for adjustment of status under INA 245. Now this is important because some videos on the internet are telling that this might be applicable for employment based adjustment of status individuals as well, which is most of them who are in the backlog for employment based green card category. But this is limited to INA section 245. Now let's look at what is this INA 245 section. Now I took a quick look at INA 245I. Section I-245I is of INA as amended by the Legal Immigration Family Equity Life Act, enables certain individuals who are present in the US who would not normally qualify to apply for adjustment of status in the United States to obtain a lawful permanent residence, regardless of the manner they enter the US, work in the US without authorization, or failing to continuously maintain lawful permanent residence. That's what is covered in the section 245I. Now in this section they clearly mention what is INA 245. Now let's click on this link and see what that is. Now this document is pretty complex. What I would say is, it says status of person admitted to permanent residence on application and eligibility of an immigrant visa, classified VAWA petition, the aliens that make an application for such, so VAWA related, which is Violence Against Women's Act, lawful permanent residence, reduction of preference visa. There are other unauthorized employment, aliens admitted in transit without visa, fiance of a citizen. Then there is people who are in the deportation proceeding and bona fide marriage exception. And there are all kinds of exceptions. There is no mention of employment based section in here. So it does not, to my knowledge, it does not include employment based section. Okay. So what does this all mean? The way I read it is, this will only be application for the sections, those asylum seekers, those deportees, or who are in the deportation proceeding or cancellation of deportation proceeding, who have crossed the border illegally to enter the United States, who are in the marriage based petition, VAWA applicants, those individuals, not the ones in the employment based section. So that is my interpretation. If my interpretation is wrong regarding INA 245, do leave your comment in the comment section below. I would like to hear that. I would be very surprised if this 5-year validity of EAD will be applied to employment based adjustment of status category as well. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. And if we start seeing 5-year validity in the employment based section this month, which starts today, that will be incredible. Then people will not have to worry about extending their EADs every 2 years or so. Now this also does not mention anything about advance payroll. So EAD and advance payroll applications are made generally at the same time. So it does not talk about the validity period for advance payroll. However, I believe that EADs could be given for a longer term, but advance payrolls might still be valid for 1 year at a time. Let me know what you think about this particular 5-year validity for EAD. Will it apply for employment based category as well? Okay, let's move on to the next topic, which says USCIS awards 22 million in FY23 citizenship and integration grants. So I know for sure that some of you are interested in stock trading, day trading, buying cryptocurrencies. I want to present you Webull. Webull is a trading platform. It allows you to buy stock, it allows you to buy options, do options trading, and also it allows you to buy cryptocurrency. Webull 9 was released with a brand new home and market page, asset page, and economic calendar. Also, Webull Cash Management was launched with 5.8% API with no fees attached and no minimum balance and unlimited withdrawals. This is amazing. New Webull USA users can still enjoy 5.8% APY and get up to 12 free stocks when making an initial deposit of each is valued between $3 and $3,000. Feel free to take advantage of this. Join through my link and you will get those free stocks. Now this is the email I got directly from USCIS. If any of you are subscribed to their emails, you may get certain updates at regular intervals. So here it says that USCIS today awarded 22 million grants to 65 organizations and in 29 states to help prepare lawful permanent residents for naturalization. USCIS focused this year on reaching remote, unreserved and vulnerable communities. This fiscal year, the grant program received is an increase of $5 million. Last year they might have got $17 million. Now this year they have increased to $22 million. Now this mostly is used by underprivileged who have come to the country as undocumented or through other sources, who are in the need of integration into the society. So it's good for them. They get more grant to be integrated into the US, into the society, and this program also helps them to apply for their citizenship. Maybe they take care of their legal fees and so on. So I just thought this was interesting. Let me know what you think about this particular one. Let me know what you think about this particular grant. Now let's talk about the stateside renewal program. Now a couple of months back, about 6 months back, USCIS had announced that they are going to start stateside visa stamping. What it means is if your visa has expired on your passport, currently the process is you have to go outside of the United States in a consulate, take an appointment, and then apply for your stamping of the visa. Now unless you get the stamping on your passport, you cannot re-enter the United States. So stamping is a big deal, and nowadays with the backlog of applications, the appointment dates for stamping are far out in the future. Unless you have a work visa or a dependent visa, your visitor visa might not get an appointment for at least a year. They're going to restart this process of stamping visas within the United States. Now remember, this was available prior to 2002 or 2003. I personally have gone through this process of stamping the visa of extension of H1B within the United States long back, but that was 20 years back. They had cancelled it for whatever reason. Now they are going to reintroduce it, and now they are saying that this will be done starting early next year. Now a couple of months back they had said that this will be started later this year, which we might have thought that in October, but now they have pushed out to the early part of next year. Now what does early mean? Whether it means January, February, March, April, who knows, right? So that is the latest update on stateside visa stamping. At least they haven't cancelled it. It's still in the works, so let's hope that it comes soon. It will be a huge relief for a lot of people who are waiting for their visa renewals to be stamped. Another interesting topic is US Congressional Caucus. Congressman Shri Thanedar launches Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh and Jain American Congressional Caucus. Indian American Congressman Shri Thanedar has announced the formation of a new Congressional Caucus aimed at protecting the interest of Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs and Jain. To be formally launched on Friday, the Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh and Jain American Congressional Caucus is being supported by 24 lawmakers. The caucus would provide a platform for fostering dialogue, promoting understanding and raising awareness about the specific needs and concerns of these communities. Now what this means from the broader perspective, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. Shri Thanedar comes from an industrial background. He started few pharma companies. I had personally known him at some point in the past. He is an elected congressman from Michigan. And now the last topic of today is people who are trying to upgrade from EB3, EB2 to EB1. Now as I said in my last couple of videos, there are a lot of people who are qualifying for EB1A and EB1C. Now EB1C in the sense that their companies are sponsoring them to go outside the United States, work for a year and then come back as L1A on L1A and then apply for EB1C. A lot of people are doing that at this point of time, and that's the reason we are seeing a spike or increase in the number of EB1 applicants. Now EB1 dates are not going to grow or progress very fast in the next couple of years because of this surge in the applicants from EB2 and EB3 upgrading to EB1. Now there are also people who are upgrading or qualifying to EB1A by the virtue of their education, their experience, their work in their field of education or wherever they are working in their corporate jobs. If you need my perspective and if you want to talk to me about your situation, whether or not you would qualify for EB1A or EB1C, I have some experience talking to a lot of people. Book an appointment with me on Calendly and I will be happy to provide my perspective. Also, if you are contemplating doing EB1C, I would be happy to provide my perspective because there are pitfalls to avoid in EB1C process as well. So do contact me on my Calendly. Now that was the last point I wanted to say. Also, I wanted to say that my phone constantly rings. My number is out there because of the Calendly, and a lot of people try to call me throughout the day. Now it's practically impossible for me to pick up the phone and talk to people at all times. Otherwise, I will not be doing justice to my family, especially during the weekends. So please try to understand if I don't pick up your phone because people get mad if I don't pick up their phone. They send me text messages and so on. I'm happy to help. I'm always talking to people, always working with people to provide my thoughts and share my experience with them. And I will continue to do so in the future. But if you want to have an elaborate conversation with me, a non-legal advice, do book a call with me on Calendly. And with that said, I'm also starting a new giveaway for the Apple Watch, which will be announced next month. All you have to do is like and hit subscribe and leave a comment. I see overwhelming response to the giveaways, and that is a great way I can provide back to the community as well. So with that said, if you like the content of this video, do hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.